Immortal Gates of Pyre? I don't really know much about that game. I had like a meeting with the developers of it years ago at this point. And I feel like that game has been in limbo for ages, but I mean, if it comes out, when it comes out, I will check it out. Exactly, Yugian. I'm happy to be a beta tester for some games, but I don't really want to spend months of my time on it, if that makes sense. So I'm keeping a close eye out on Stormgate, and if it turns out to be great, I will be first in line. And they seem to be releasing a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good updates, so that's nice. I heard the observer interface got overhauled. They have like customizable hotkeys. They're like revamping a lot of the graphics. They've got a new main character model. They're tinkering with the audio. Like there's a load of progress, right? They seem to be going pretty quick, but we're still like, in my mind, at least half a year, minimum half a year away from it being really good. Possibly a year, maybe even 2. Even at the speed they're going right now, they still have a long way to go. I don't really understand why they did early access in the first place, though. Like, what's the point of early access? I guess the feedback is nice, but if the idea was that they could continue funding the game's development, I'm not sure what it does, because I don't think they're really making any money off of Stormgate right now. There's like a few hundred people concurrent, a few hundred peak. That's not gonna pay for much. What's up, Shiny? I think this is the last segment that I'm gonna be painting with this color. This is the brightest color of green. Who's texting me? Hold up, guys. What's going on, Yugian? Good morning. You spotted an older Seraphim starter box at a local game store. Gotta pick it up with the next the next paycheck? Hype? You should probably pay for like essentials first though. Now I would say that painting Warhammer minis is essentials, right? But maybe like food? Or no, actually no. Minis first, then food, then rent, or mortgage or whatever. And then finally, anything else. What about internet connection? Hold up. Minis first, always. Macroplastics versus microplastics? Well, I don't eat my miniatures. Supposedly, though, I do eat a lot of microplastics, so all of us are at least partially microplastics, right? Isn't that kind of nice? I prefer macroplastics, aka miniatures, over microplastics. It's everywhere. Warhammer stores? They're not everywhere, Park Nipper. Maybe in Switzerland they are. Who knows? Switzerland's a really rich country, right? So that, yeah, that's probably... I heard Switzerland as of today is at like... You guys ticked over an extra 1 million people for the very first time. I don't really know exactly how many, but I saw this in a news article. What's going on, Beinstein? Some of these are going to be a little bit annoying to paint, but as long as I don't touch the horse, it's okay, I think. 9 million people right now in Switzerland? Okay. $9 million Warhammer stores? No, I don't think there's 9 million Warhammer stores in Switzerland. That'd be crazy. Competition would be insane. Yeah, they're kind of rich, but not that rich. They just hold everybody's money, dude. That's what they do in Switzerland, right? They have like a mountain somewhere where there's just like there's a hole buried inside of it and it's just got a lot of money. That's how it works. Do you have a military service in Switzerland? I thought I heard something about that. Like, do you have you like got a mandatory military service type of thing? They do? Yeah, I read somewhere that Switzerland has a lot of guns. You're paid to go to the military? I see. Poorly paid, but yes. Mate, if the Swiss army is called upon after being neutral for so many years, God, we're truly fucked at that point, man. Maybe it's fine, I don't know, but... All right, we're gonna take a slightly darker tone of green for the rest of the cloth. Shake it! This is Castellan green. And then we're gonna use Scarab green for the final color, for the armor. So these are more like a camo kind of color. Politics about military fundings are funny because they don't really have a very good track record of doing anything. Yeah! Like what has Switzerland been involved in? But I guess since you guys aren't part of the European Union, you kind of have to do your own shit. Yeah. God. The coverage on this paint is so nice. This is a Warpaint Fnatic color, and now we switch to some Citadel paints, and the opacity is just shit. And this is considered kind of a nice one, too. Ay, 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 ay. Feels so thin. You got a Swiss friend who couldn't do his military service because of a shitty ice, so now they did take a fraction of his salary every year? Oh, what? If you don't do your military service in Switzerland, they take a fraction of your annual income instead? Oh shit, I see. Is there like a maximum age, or like how does this work? Like, do you have to start it early? Do most people do it when they're a teenager, or? Yeah, dude, I am also very glad I don't have a military service myself, dude. I wouldn't have minded it when I was younger, I guess. Like when I was like 19 or something, it probably would have been fine. But I sometimes feel bad for the Korean pros in particular. When you turn 18, you get a litter and you go. Okay, yeah, I think that's like a decent age. Because for some of the Koreans in StarCraft 2, right, like they've done really well for themselves, and then they have to suddenly take a year and a half off. So like Dark, for example, still has to go to the military. He now has a baby. He's married. He's probably made like, I don't know, at least $1.5 million in StarCraft 2 earnings. Possibly more. And then you still have to go and yeah, sit around in the military for a year and a half. Like, fuck that. It was better, it was better when you're younger, I guess. It's often a problem for students here, having to just cut 1 to 2 years. Yeah, I can imagine. You tried for service and they said no. Yeah, we have that in the Netherlands too. You can do military service if you really want to. Basically, you would just apply for a job in the military, but it's a little different. Yeah, you get a letter in the mail here too when you turn 17. That if we ever need you, you can expect to be called upon. But in my mind, if the Netherlands has to be going into active conscription like that, we are, you know, we're totally fucked. Like, there's no chance. Like, geographically speaking, the Netherlands is located in such a way that there are some really powerful countries bordering us. The Netherlands also has some powerful allies, which also kind of works. If it comes down to me running around in the military, yeah, no, it's already, I feel like we're fucked, dude. The US has that as well. In Finland, you can do a civil service, aka take care of old people and other stuff, as an alternative for the military. If you say no to both, they throw you in prison. Damn. How long is the civil service in Switzerland? Or sorry, the military service? It's basically a year for students, 9 months maybe. Okay, yeah. So like minus holidays and stuff. It's give or take a year of your life. Can you guys see that the coverage of this paint is much worse? There's like little splotchy areas, man. Gonna require a couple coats to get a nice even color. Why are there so many little fluffs? So many little fluffs all over the mini. Don't love it. I think we're gonna do this on the hood as well. Is this plate armor over here in the back? I think this little neck piece has got to be plate armor. Yeah. Yeah, the coverage of this paint is just not there, man. Holy crap. This is a base paint, isn't it? Yeah, it is a base paint. Yeah, I'm very much so done buying Citadel paints. I'm not a fan. I'll use up the ones that I've got, but I'm not gonna buy new versions of it. I see, Tire Pro. At least for guys like Cyril, they can still do StarCraft, you know? While they are in the military. For the Koreans, it seems like they basically cannot make any money. That's basically the cutoff. Making money is what is not allowed. Yeah. Cyril is in a specific section of the army that still allows that, which is kind of nice. Good for him anyways. We'll switch to StarCraft in maybe an hour. I have a couple of series that I want to go ahead and cast. I haven't actually decided yet which one. We can decide on that later. I heard there's a bunch of good ones. Yeah, well, that's what the Koreans do, right, Tyre? That's it's kind of crazy to me too. But the Koreans are like, nope. Even like big cultural export, like K-pop and stuff. Like the K-pop pop stars actually have to go into the military. I feel war in general is kind of bad. Whoa, hot take, Dialan. Damn. I can imagine in Switzerland though, it's gotta be really frustrating because it's like, yo, we haven't been in anything in hundreds of years. We hold everybody's cash. Like, we already are, like, you know. That's gotta be one of the best defensive strategies in the world. Holding everybody's money. Plus, you guys are central in Europe, right? Like, they would have to go through so many other countries to even get to Switzerland in the first place. Plus, you guys have geographical advantage of, well, mountains. But yeah, I can imagine it does kind of suck. I can also imagine, though, for a lot of folks that it can be quite good to spend a year in the military or whatever. But yeah. There's nothing in between voluntary and mandatory, I guess, right? You can't really have anything in between there. I can imagine it can be quite beneficial for some folks, but... Oh, recently a military truck got stolen because they all used the same key in the entire army? What? What? Apparently the Netherlands has tanks again. We haven't had any actual functioning tanks that were ours for the last decade or so, but apparently we have actual functioning tanks. Insane. Netherlands sold most of the Leopard 2s to Finland 10 years ago. Yeah, there was a story about 10 years ago about the final couple tanks that the Netherlands had being broken down, and they couldn't afford paying for the maintenance. So they got sold to Germany. The Germans fixed them up, and the Netherlands was then renting them back. That's how fucking desperate times were, apparently. Rather than having our own. We were renting them from the Germans. It was a fucking disaster. Very embarrassing. One of the richest countries on the fucking globe, and that's what we do? Ay, ay, ay. I can imagine a Dutch Air Force or something would be useful. Maybe a Navy. But anything on land, we're fucked. Flood the dikes! We do have still the old school defense mechanism of flooding the dikes, but that would also flood a whole bunch of the countryside, which would be a bad idea. But yeah, I'm with Dialan. Maybe we should all just get along. Does the Netherlands have subs? I've got about 1,000 subscribers right now, Arcturus. Speaking of subs, if you are currently on a submarine and you have internet reception, did you know you can use your internet reception and your wallet to subscribe to my live stream? Dutch military running out of budget for practice bullets, so they had to shout pew pew during exams? Bro, that's so cringe. For real? That is so cringe. Pew 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 pew. It's not about accuracy. It's about passing the grade. There's a US Navy ship that secretly installed Starlink? What? No. The boys wanted to watch some Netflix. That's insane. I've not heard of that, no, but... It was on the news? The woman got demoted? Ay, ay, ay. Imagine thinking that's a good idea. That's such a bad idea. It's so bad that it's funny. We're on a stealth mission, except everybody can track us because we have Starlink. Ay, ay, ay. The Wi-Fi hotspot was called Stinky? Jeez. Look how splotchy this fucking paint is, guys. Can you see how beautiful and matte and even that lighter color is compared to the one below it? Look how splotchy. We're gonna have to do like 3 coats of this shit. I also just realized I actually missed a little part over here. Don't really know exactly what this is, but... Okay. Isn't the dude a bit splotchy himself? I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me try and zoom in. Notice how opaque this color is over here compared to this color over here. Is that noticeable? The light green is a different brand of paint. It is an entirely different vibe. It's not even, I don't know what the difference is as far as paint qualities go, but... I'm starting to understand why people say they don't really like Citadel colors that much. There are some nice colors, but this is not one of them. Maybe green is hard? I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to use at least two thin coats. It is actually kind of nice though, because there are so many hobby paint brands out there right now. Green is actually one of the easier pigments. So it's just Citadel being Citadel. What was the first paint brand I used? Citadel. Because that's the official Warhammer paint brand. Oh, I figured they'd be good. Wait, is that the correct segment? I think it is, yes. It's a starting paint? Just too expensive? Yeah, for sure. I'm really liking the army painter paints that I've tried. Now, I'm not as experienced with all the paint brands out there, but from the reviews and stuff that I've watched, it seems like people give them very high grades. They're also pretty good, like, price per milliliter, if that makes sense. There are probably better, I think it's basically the same price as like AK's third. 2 thin coats is apparently really good, but very expensive. At least too expensive for my liking. But supposedly they're great. But there's a whole load of brands out there though. It seems like everybody has their own favorites. But it does seem like some of the brands are just, or some of the paints rather, are just objectively better. What I like about the army painter ones that I've tried, so I've tried maybe like 10, 20-ish? No, probably less, probably maybe 12, let's say 12. All of them are essentially functioning the same. Like they need the same amount of dilution, they need to be used, like you can use them all the same way. Which is really nice. Whereas for some of the Citadel paints, it's kind of like, some of them are shit, some of them are nice. Some of them cover really well in one coat, the other ones are gonna require like 17. Vallejo and the army painter redoing their line of paints has fixed most of the issues. Yeah. Seems that way. Seems like a joint at a pretty good time though, as far as like quality of paint brands go. Because it seems like there are like 5 or 6 really good options right now. Whereas I can imagine maybe like 5 years ago that wasn't really the case. Or at least you had to dig a little deeper. Competition wins again. Hey, Freshenomics, thank you so much. Thank you very much, dude. That's a bottle of paint and a half right there. Thank you. There are many brands and lines and with all different slightly benefits. Yeah, seems like it. My guy's becoming very green. Boomers complain about millennials spending too much on avocado toast. Meanwhile, Lowko's guilty pleasure is Warhammer paints. Look, it's fun to try other paints, okay? Leave me be. Stop judging me, okay? There's loads of things that a lot of people will spend lots of money on that I don't give a shit about at all. Boomers complain. People complain in general. Is gaat. Ja hoor. Yeah, we're gonna do some more Dawson, what is it? Dale and Dawson stationary supplies. We're gonna play some more of that tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. We have the arcade night tomorrow. I'm excited. Okay, we had a great time last week. Was that last week? Time goes by quick. Some of these areas are kind of difficult to reach. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and do a second coat on all of the medium colored green. Yes, I am planning on doing that, Freshenomics. We will be playing the entirety of it. And I'm considering maybe trying out some of the missions on the hardest difficulty in Age of Mythology as well. The Titan difficulty, although no promises as far as that goes. I may give it a shot. It kind of depends. There's a bunch of games that I want to go ahead and play. Spending 100 extra hours on Age of Mythology might not be... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. But Titan difficulty is very enticing. Because people are telling me it's really hard and that I can't do it, which makes me want to do it. Monster Hunter Rise? That one's still on the list of games, man. What's the, other than Frostpunk 2 obviously, what's like the game release after that? I don't have any of them popping into my head. I have a list on my phone. Actually, I can get them on my laptop too, let's see. Ragnarok? Oh yeah, the Factorio DLC. I think Factorio DLC is, when's that one coming out? That's gonna be one that's gonna take a while. I mean, there's always games coming out. There's never no games coming out. 21st of October for Factorio? Oh shit, dude, that's pretty quick. Hell yeah. That's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Usually November is when all the good games drop. We've had some good releases this year though. Just a bunch of games without a ton of replayability, I guess. I'm mostly glad recently though that Space Marine 2 actually lived up to the hype. Who's hyped for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Is that what that's what it's called? I am not really hyped for any Ubisoft game. But maybe it'll be good. I don't know. What's going on, Mr. Thort? Good afternoon, sir. Did I drink my coffee? Oh yeah, I finished it ages ago. I'm doing pretty great, man. Can't complain. I'm doing green today. Today is a green day. On the boulevard of broken dreams. Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna grow it back to you. Bye now. Okay, sorry. Throw it back to you, not grow it back to you. When's the track dropping on Spotify? I think I'm onto something here, Peg. Dude, I've been listening. A new Bon Iver song dropped this morning. I think Bon Iver, probably my favorite old-time artist. Not as popular as many other artists out there, but... And he dropped another song this morning. In the old style, which happens to be my favorite style. Which I think is pretty great. Tomorrow you will smoke and drink beer. In Dylan Dawson stationery supplies? It's an office job, Thort. You're not supposed to be drinking and smoking on the job like that. I've been listening a bunch as well to the new Linkin Park song, guys. Can I say, maybe I'm gonna say something really bad, but I really like the new Linkin Park song. Is that allowed? It's pretty good. I don't know if it's allowed though. The internet is very upset that they have a new lead singer for Linkin Park. Aren't you a little old to like Linkin Park? Oh, yikes, bro, what? Fuck. What does that even mean? Aren't you a little old? Isn't that for kids? Yo, this Grimdy guy. Don't worry about it, Linkin Park fans. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Grimdy can't hurt you, don't worry about it. What's up, Rumpus? We're listening to a little bit of jazz today. Yes, dude. The Linkin Park talk summoned me. What's up, Flotron? Yeah, if there was one artist I had to listen to for the rest of my life, and I couldn't listen to anybody else, it would have to be Bon Iver. Easy choice. I noticed over the years that, you know, my Spotify Wrapped is becoming basically identical every year. My Spotify Wrapped has the same songs in it. I guess I don't listen to a ton of music though, but yeah. Hey, what is going on, Flotron? You haven't been on the stream in months? You've been watching on YouTube though? Oh, okay, good save, sir. Wow, first you don't show up here, but okay, you've been watching YouTube. Okay, that's... We'll allow it. How are you doing, dude? I'm kidding. Or am I? I'm kidding. Chili Peppers and Iron Maiden? I have been listening a bunch to Road Tripping by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Road Tripping is very underrated. Very good song. Okay, the second coat does make a massive difference, guys. Now the Castellan Green doesn't look like utter shit. What's with all this old music? What do you listen to, Grimdy? Grimdy, give me your most listened to song maybe this year, if you are willing to share. Guys, be prepared. We're gonna make fun of Grimdy. You don't want to? Ah, I see how it is. Making fun of Iron Maiden, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Linkin Park, but not willing to share your own ones. I see how it is. What do you guys think Grimdy listens to? Because he's calling these songs for old people, but then he also says Linkin Park is for young people. What do you think is... Because in my mind, these are like... Red Hot Chili Peppers and Linkin Park are kind of like the same age group in my mind, but maybe not. No, he's not a Swiftie. I don't think he's a Swiftie. Maybe? No, it's not Taylor Swift. I don't think so. He's a Cardi B fanboy. I don't know who Cardi B is. If you can guess correctly, I will admit it. You listen predominantly to rap and hip hop? Okay. Yeah, what about an easy one like Tupac or Eminem? I feel like those are no-brainers though. If you listen to a rap music, DMX, yeah. Those have got to be part of your playlists. You do listen to Eminem anymore? You do not listen to Eminem anymore? Because again, old music? Wait, Eminem is for old people? Fuck. I like Drake. Yeah, I think Drake's songs are kind of nice sometimes. But maybe that's also for old people, I don't fucking know. Eminem is kind of old, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. DMX, Kendrick, Post Malone, Drake are all no's? Yeah, I'm very out of tune with what anything rap is in 2024. I have no idea. When I think of like rap music in 2024, I think of like that mumble rap that used to be popular back in the day, where I went like da 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 dum, ba da 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 bum, da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 dum, da da da. Like that's what I think of when I think of modern rap, and it all sounds the same to me. But I don't know. I'm willing to be enlightened though, as far as modern rap music goes. I don't really know. Who here has heard of glorp? I know slorp glorping. Are you familiar with the slorp glorp emoji on Twitch? I'm assuming these two things are completely unrelated. It's horrible. I hate the slorp glorp emoji so much. That's the drink in Futurama? Glorp does sound like an energy drink. A little bit of glorping. All my friends love to glorp. I feel like I listen to a lot of this type of music, guys. Like a lot of like fancy hotel lobby background music. That's I guess what I mostly listen to. It's kind of boring. I listen to a lot of Nujabes. I think Nujabes is excellent. Farfowls is an absolute banger by Nujabes. When's the last time I went to a club? It's been a long time. I don't remember the last time I went to a club. I'm not big into clubs, man. I'm big into being in bed at latest at 11 p.m. and sleeping 8 hours. I've never been big into clubs though. Mate, I remember back in the day. In the Netherlands, you can, when I was 16, you could go out with friends and go to bars. So when I was 16, we went to bars every Saturday night. And my parents were totally fine with it, except the only rule they set for me is they wanted me to go to church the morning after. Now, I fell asleep a couple times in church, and then I didn't need to go anymore. But it was an interesting time. I would come back home at like 5 in the morning, and then I'd have to get up at like 8. It was an interesting rule. Yeah. I think my dad at some point was like, yeah, maybe don't wake him up. I was so fucked. Oh, I was like, yeah, half intoxicated. Some of these parts are really well hidden. I feel like I'm taking a very long time applying these base coats. I'm trying to be tidy though, guys. I'm trying to be working on controlling a brush at a reasonable rate. Your playlist is pretty dark. You like music that makes you feel? Have you heard of this band called Linkin Park? There's a lot of music there. Specifically about making you feel, Grimney. There's one even that starts with, I wanna feel, Anyways, that's for old people, that's for old people. I did like Linkin Park. Back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of Linkin Park. Like, basically, I don't know if any of you remember those RuneScape music videos that people used to make a very long time ago. Those were very popular on YouTube back then. I used to listen to that type of music all the time. Like Linkin Park, Breaking Benjamin, Blink 182. What else? Metallica a little bit.